graduation for Side Street to Main Street, Class 21. This is absolutely unprecedented. It's a, yeah, I think you can probably ask a couple of the graduates, well, about the middle of the program, they thought it was never going to end. And now they're sad that it's over, maybe. We don't know yet. We'll find out. But it is unprecedented to have a 21st year of a program that is sponsored by a single donor sponsor, in this case the Aetna in Hartford. And a new milestone, this will bring us up to 259 graduates from all 21 years of the program. It's really something to think about. Now, everybody's got a little agenda that talks about what we're going to do. So we've got some speakers, and then we will be presenting our certificates of accomplishment and chamber memberships to our graduates. We'll have a few other remarks, and then there's going to be a little buffet catered by our graduates for everyone. And but the program is one of a lot of work. You know, I think for those of you who already talked to some of the graduates know that we demanded a fair amount of them in terms of reading and research and business plan writing and other things of that nature. And it doesn't stop with graduation. There's still 3 follow-up sessions that take us through the fall, so it's a total calendar year. One of those sessions is tonight. So after everybody has their buffet dinner, we're keeping the graduates while the guests go home, because we're going to work them for another hour or so to get them prepped for their next follow-up in June, which would then prep them for their follow-up in September. So we have a number of dignitaries here with us, but let me just turn it over to Larry McHugh to offer some remarks and introduce our
dignitaries.
Our dignitaries.
Well, the first 2 dignitaries are Jennifer DeKine and Jim Jackson, who have done such a wonderful job dealing with everybody in the program. Let's have a round of applause for both of them. Both Jim and, as you know, Jim, with all he does for not only the Side Street to Main Street programs, but with the Connecticut Small Business Development Center. Well, you want me in the center? I mean, you want the I might have to go to haircut for this one, right? Jim has just done a great job with the Connecticut Small Business Development Center also, which is very important to us. He does a lot of work with a lot of small businesses, besides everything he's done with the Side Street to Main Street. And Jennifer DeKine is just an unbelievable individual. She not only does the Side Street to Main, she does all of our business education programs. We have a huge career fair coming up with about 1,400 kids coming to Wesleyan University and about 150 businesses for people to basically find out about different businesses we're running, which is so important as we move forward for the business community here in Middlesex County. But I'm a little under the weather today. I had a tough weekend with a cold and all that stuff like everyone else is getting, so don't get near me. But I just want to mention a couple things. I want to really thank Faye Jackson and John Robinson, because I say this every year. This program never would have happened without them helping out with the NAACP, coming to us and asking us to do a program for, at that point, the minority community in downtown, but especially the African American community in Middletown. And that's why we named it the Side Street to Main Street program, because what we wanted to be more reflective of the diversity of our community. So it's very, very important that we have all sorts of people having businesses in our downtown, and that's happened through the Side Street to Main Street. We have a lot of people that have successful businesses that we're very, very proud of, and we're a very diverse community, which is also very important as we move forward. And Faith will have a couple remarks in a second, and John Robinson is not with us here in body today, and he does have a big body, by the way. You don't know John.
He's in Florida.
Yeah, but he's in Florida. But John deserves a tremendous amount of credit also. With us also here today for first remarks is Bob Santangelo, the Deputy Mayor of the City of Middletown. He's another one that's just not a person politically that you see on the council. works heavily with the chamber, with MCSAC, which is a drug, alcohol, gambling program that we run that we feel is very important for the business community. And really, Bob and Patty Bass, who were the two people that brought that to the chamber to get that going, because they felt that the business community should be active in combating the drug and alcohol problems that we have throughout our region. And thank God we've done that, got involved in that. And Bob, I want to thank you for that. Also, Bob's idea was a motorcycle rally, so he's one of the people, when you see 6,000 bikes downtown in the summer, you can thank him in a nice way, not like I get the phone calls when all the bikes come. So Bob Santangelo.
Thank you, Larry. And very quickly, nobody in this room and nobody in the city of Middletown can say enough nice words about Larry McHugh, all the wonderful things he's done. First, I'd like to say to the people who are graduating tonight, who are receiving their awards, normally I say congratulations, but I'm not going to spend my time with them. I'm going to say thank you. Thank you for the fine effort all of you have put into this. I know it's a lot of work, as you said, Jim, and I've been here before, and I always think this is a fantastic thing. One thing that comes to mind when I come to an event like this, I have a good friend who's now a retired banker. Years ago, his job was to find people who had liquid assets of $1 million or more, and he wanted them to invest that in his bank. So I asked him one day, I said, you're meeting millionaires, all these millionaires. What are they like? Are they smart, really smart people? Are they really people? What are their greatest attributes? He looked at me and said, some of them are smart, some of them just average people. So but they have one characteristic, and the characteristic of a successful person. This is what he told me. One of the things that they do all the time, whenever they start something, they finish it. No matter what they're doing, and even if the project looks like it's going south, if they start it, they will finish it. Okay? That's an important characteristic of a successful person. I know as I look around the room, and I can confess how many projects we all have sitting at home that haven't been finished yet. Well, all of you who are here tonight to receive your awards, finished. And that's the amazing thing. So when you go out in the world, either you're going to start your own business, and you understand you're going to start and finish, or when you go to somebody looking for employment, you're going to show them something that proves you started and you finished. And that's how you're going to get hired, or that's how you're going to be successful. One more quick story, Larry, before I sit down. The story of Steve Jobs. All of you know who Steve Jobs is. Steve Jobs did something back in the mid-90s. He started a project at Apple. He started the project, they said, stop. It's costing us too much money. This project's going nowhere. It's a dream. It's a fantasy. Steve Jobs said, once I start something, I can't finish it. Continued. They kept telling him to quit the project. He didn't quit. You all know what the project was, the iPhone. Imagine if he had quit. Imagine if he said halfway through the project, okay, Apple, we're done. Apple wouldn't be here today. That was been their biggest moneymaker. So the lesson I leave you with, or the words I leave you with is, I again thank you for finishing your project, and I thank you for moving forward. And all of you I know are going to be, wherever you live, are going to be great assets to your communities. And again, thank you.
We're very fortunate to have great leadership in the chamber, and Rick Morin is our chairman and has done an unbelievable job this year. I know some of you have been to some of our events. You go to our breakfasts, and there's 500-600 people there every month, and our business after work's 200 to 300 at them. They're big events, but the heart of the chamber are programs like we're running here today that really make the chamber special. And this guy, Rick, has just done a phenomenal job in our leadership because we are a diverse chamber. We've got different businesses, sizes. There's always some type of conflict, and he gets in the middle to help us out all the time. Rick Morin, our chairman.
Thank you, Rich. I'll be brief, but I just want to say I'm honored to be here before you this evening. I've known about this program for as long as I've been involved with the chamber, which is a long time, and I've never realized the sheer support and numbers that we have here. This is really great, and I'm proud of you all, and I just wish you all luck in your business ventures and your future ventures. This is fabulous, and I'm glad that we can offer this program to everyone. So thank you.
And I wouldn't. And the next person speaking is the individual that really has shepherded this program along with Jennifer and Bill DeKine, and of course Jim Jackson. But Faith has been unbelievable. She has been a soulmate of mine, a great friend, just a great leader in our community, and somebody that I'm very, very proud of, and thank you very much for your commitment to all of the citizens in the Middletown area. Faith Jackson.
Thank you, Larry, and good evening, everyone. Good evening. I want to, first of all, congratulate our graduating class of 21. Let me tell you, oftentimes I have to keep pinching myself because I said, I can't believe a program that we brought, it was a simple idea, really, it wasn't even a program, it was just a simple idea. I was the president of the Middlesex County NAACP at that time in 1997. And we had a number of focuses: health, education, and economic development. And since we were a member of the chamber, John Robinson said, why don't we go see Larry and see what the chamber can do about developing an economic program that will provide minorities with the business know-how and tools and skills to open and run a business. Now, I'll tell you something, when we brought it to Larry, we almost thought Larry forgot about it because months went by and we went on about doing what we were doing. Then all of a sudden he said, Faith, we finally found someone to fund the program. And we found someone to actually teach the course. And we didn't think about all of that, but thank goodness Larry did. We just wanted the program. So thank goodness to Larry that he thought it was worthy enough, our idea, to go out there and beat the streets, find the funding, and little did we know that this program would actually become an award-winning program statewide, nationally. It's just amazing. And not only is it this 16-week course, also we have a smaller course. So we have 2 economic courses that actually branched out of that idea. So I'm forever grateful to Larry in believing in us and the dream that we saw about helping our people be contributors to our community by having businesses. Because the only thing that was really businesses that we did have was hairdressers and barbershops. So now we have a lot more than that. And I have to commend my sister because she labored first, going to craft shows and the whole 9 yards, and then she said something. I said, no, go to that course. Get yourself in that course. And now my sister has a yarn shop on Court Street. And she's been there, what, how many years? 7 years. So that shows that you can be successful and that this program provided her with the fundamental groundwork, tools and things to help her continue to build her business and expand herself. So I'm very proud of her. And we have a number of graduates here, but I want to tell you, none of this could be possible without the funding from Aetna, because this is not a cheap course. It's very expensive. And for a corporation to sponsor a program like this for 21 years says how important it was for them to invest in us, that they saw the economic development outcome and importance of having this type of program with the chamber. So I want to congratulate you, wish you again the best of everything in your future endeavors. And I know Sonia already has her hairdresser's shop on Washington Street, so she's already good to go. Now she's just going to expand on it, right, Sonia?
Yeah.
Okay, that's good. So thank you very much, and good luck to you. Thank you.
Is Jennifer there? Jennifer, I'd like to have you come up and say a couple of remarks. I mentioned Jennifer before. She's just a wonderful person and keeps everyone coming to the classes. And we have gone from a program where really Faith and John Robinson had to go out and recruit to now waitlisted for our programs. And that's because of the teamwork that everyone has done in here and our alumni base of the program. Jennifer.
The taskmaster. The taskmaster. So, well, congratulations to everyone, and I'm glad to see everyone here today. No excuses why you wouldn't show up. So congratulations to all of you, and don't forget your follow-up classes. And of course, thank you to our sponsor. And everyone knows who the sponsor is? Thank you.
Aetna, as you know, would be here today. Jennifer has talked to Chris Montrose, and they are committed to the program, so we'll continue hopefully in the long future. As I mentioned before, Jim Jackson has just been an unbelievable partner of ours here, not only with the Side Street to Main Street program, but with the Connecticut Small Business Development Center that's based out of the University of Connecticut that's upstairs here. And he's an unbelievable resource to many, many businesses here. He's dedicated, professional, and he's really a great person, Jim Jackson.
Thank you, Eric. Thank you. It really has been a privilege to be part of this program. We, back in '97, when the Chamber went out for looking for people to do it, they put out a request for proposal. They had a number of people propose designs for the program. And we were fortunate enough to have a nucleus that we could use to design a specialty program for this group. And so we submitted a proposal, and lo and behold, we won it, and it's been history ever since. And it's really been a privilege to be part of it, and I've enjoyed every class. And of course, each class asks me, well, aren't we your favorites? Right? And the answer is they all are, because they're all dedicated. It's hard to tell them apart in some respects, because they're here for a reason. And this year's class was particularly deeply involved in asking questions. This was in some respects, it was a little harder group to control in some respects, because they were very dynamic. There was lots of discussion, a lot of interaction, and which is what we want in this program, because as I told them on class 1 back in early October when we started this, is that there's not one teacher in the room. I'm not just the guy up there spouting stuff off, but there's going to be, every one of us is going to teach somebody else in the room something, because of what we know, because of what we've learned, because of what we need to know, because we will ask the question that someone else is afraid to ask, so the answer comes out, and the different viewpoints are reflected from the different kinds of businesses and the different economic viewpoints. But we also do some things in terms of trying to change the way people think. We have a little troublesome thing that they get in their homework every week called the goal sheet. And the idea is to get them thinking about why we're doing things, how to set priorities, what are the reasons to get something done, as Bob said, because there's so many reasons that you can use as excuses not to get stuff done. And so we're also trying to get them to think a little bit differently about how they work and how they think about things. And part of it says we have to break habits and start new ones. And there is something here that I found years ago. It's called an autobiography in 5 short chapters, and it's called There's a Hole in My Sidewalk. And it is kind of an overall lesson about what we're trying to evolve in terms of the way of thinking, as well as imparting business skills, because it doesn't matter how skillful you are if your thinking is warped or not properly focused, you're still not going to accomplish things. So, chapter 1, I walk down the street. There's a deep hole in the sidewalk. I fall in. I'm lost. I'm helpless. It isn't my fault. It takes me forever to find a way out. Chapter 2. I walk down the same street. There's a deep hole in the sidewalk. I pretend I don't see it. I fall in again. I can't believe I'm in the same place. But it isn't my fault. It still takes a long time to get out. Chapter 3. I walk down the same street. There's a deep hole in the sidewalk. I see it's there. I still fall in. It's a habit. My eyes are open. I know where I am. It is my fault. I get out immediately. Chapter 4. I walk down the same street. There's a deep hole in the sidewalk. I walk around it. chapter 5, I walked down a different street. The evolution of awareness and thinking is as much a part of this process as anything else we do. And because this group was so engaged, I'm sure that we have avoided a lot of deep holes and a lot of sidewalks. And that's part of what we're trying to accomplish. And we've had some challenges. We've had a couple of dropouts from the beginning, which almost always happens, and for many reasons that they don't have control over, and that's unfortunate. But we do have 11 people here tonight who have stuck it out and all the way through, and we actually have a little bit of a minor miracle for this year's program as well. And we dodged a bullet tonight, called another nor'easter. Because this is the first class in, I don't know how many years, I don't know that Jennifer remembers either, where we didn't have to have a snow day to postpone one of the originally scheduled nights. We actually finished the program on time this year, which is an accomplishment in and of itself.
And that's why we're having all these Northeasters now.
They're coming to get us, they were all stacked up. So, at any rate, in a moment, I'm going to ask each of our graduates to come up in turn and to offer a few remarks. Each one of them will receive a program certificate, and they will also receive their membership credentials in the chamber, because part of the program offers a prepaid chamber membership to get them kicked off with. So, now, the other thing that if you talk to some of our graduates and our participants, one of the things that we did is we started off every class with what, guys?
Brain teaser.
An icebreaker, right? Brain teaser. But the idea was to get people thinking out of the box, to think differently. That's about trying to take that different street we talked about in that short autobiography. So I figured, why should tonight be any different? Because, because normally what happens when you call people up, right? You call, you start with the A's and you end with the Z's, right? Well, that's no fun. So we're going to do something I call modified reverse alphabetical order. Okay? So, with that in mind, our first graduate to be honored is Omar Satchel. Here you go, sir. We'll get a picture here. All right.
Just want to say, stand up here so I can see everybody. Just want to say thank you to the Side Street to Main Street program. It was definitely pleasing to be here and to be a part of the class of the 21 class, the Middlesex Chambers. This was definitely, Tuesday nights was tough, but I toughed it out and made it possible, and I'm glad to actually have my business and to be able to go out there and and put forth. So I definitely want to say thanks to giving me the knowledge and the skills to get out there and to be great. For the Aetna group and everyone who was involved, thank you everyone for being here, and thank you for all coming out tonight. Appreciate it.
And our next graduate is Sonia Santabanera.
Yes, I want to say thanks to the dignitaries, Jean Jackson, Jennifer, and as Spade said, I'm in business for everyone know me for 21 years. And I was a little bit ashamed to be a part of this program, but I came, I did the 16 weeks, and now I could proudly say, I know how to put a business plan together, and moving forward, I'm gonna be successful for another 21 years. Thanks to my mom, and my son, and all my friends that are here. Thank you for coming.
Okay, next up, Shanika Hyman.
I was hoping it was not.
Come on down. All right.
First and foremost, I would like to thank Aetna for sponsoring the program. They're not here. As well as Jim Jackson for sharing his knowledge on becoming a successful business owner. Also Jennifer for keeping the program organized during the 16th being one of the chosen classmates has been one of the best opportunities offered to me. Before coming to this class, I was unaware of how important it is to build a business plan. My goal is to become a successful event photographer. I appreciate the information as well as the advice and materials and connections that were shared. It has been inspiring to see a group of minorities learning together, building each other up, and giving positive feedback to one another. Today, I feel thankful knowing hard work does have its rewards. So thank you for the opportunity.
And our next graduate is Brenda Hernandez. All right.
Thank you. Well, I want to say that I'm very grateful for being a part of this program, and that I learned so much. I work at the salon with Sonia, and I can definitely say that if we venture out to open up a new salon, that I can be a great help to her now that we've taken this course together. And I want to thank Jim for making me think outside the box, and Jennifer for always never missing an email, always reminding us about everything, even if we don't message her back. And I want to thank everyone for being here. So thank you very much.
Don't sit down too fast, guys, because our next graduate is Lola Hardwick. All of that, huh? Okay.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
I'm so happy to be here once more. Another service. I remember you. This time. Okay, I had something here written, which this is coming from the heart. And my name is Lola Hardwick. I would like to thank Aetna and the Middlesex County Chamber of Commerce for the opportunity to participate in the Class 21 session, Side Street, Main Street Business, and Leadership Development Program. Thank you, Aetna, for your generous sponsorship, funding award, and support to the program. I run a small business that is fairly new, and I realize that if my
business is to successful, I need to have a plan in place. But with no experience, I did not know how. Okay. So, even though the class was well organized, it was very hard for me at times to finish my homework. But you get what you put in. So, to reinforce what I learn, every chance I get, I read and reread the chapter from the book. Very interesting and great book. Mr. Jackson has been such a great teacher. He makes it so easy for the class to learn. He made it so easy for the class to learn and gave us valuable learning material. I love the group discussion. It helped us to learn from each other, things that we might miss studying by ourselves. I am so thankful for the existence of this program. I do hope it will, so that others will get the opportunity to participate and develop the tools and resources to make their business a success. Thanks again, Jim, Jennifer, and all the other staff of the chambers for a job well done. Thank you.
Next up is Jimmy Drudd. Oh, okay.
Because we can hardly hear you. Speak up.
Congratulations, sir.
Jeremiah, you'll see you start waving.
Somebody. All right. Speak into the microphone.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen.
Good evening.
And to the great people of Etna that are responsible for this. They're not here, but we are here, the community's here. That's what's important to me. And now I'm gonna read. It says, I wrote it, but I'm gonna read it, and I just gotta bear with it. It says, thank you to the great people of Etna that are responsible for allowing me, Jimmy Hands, owner of Hands Crafted LLC, the opportunity to participate in this year's Side Street to Main Street Business and Leadership Development Program. I am honored and greatly appreciative of the Middlesex County Chamber of Commerce to have selected me to be part of the 21st class. Jim Jackson, right behind me to the left of me, along with Jennifer DeKine are and continue to be amazing sources of support and information. To call them instructors would be to undermine the skills that they possess as viable assets to Middlesex County and beyond as far as I'm concerned. Being allowed the opportunity to participate in such fulfilling business discussions of great magnitude, like everyone was saying, with icebreakers and thinking outside of the box, were extremely fulfilling. And as I strive and thrive in an ever-growing economy of artists and entrepreneurs, I will forever be greatly indebted to you guys at the Middlesex Chamber and the Middletown community, especially you, my business advisor. Thank you guys.
Next graduate is Ashley Bowman.
You want to show the Warriors Hills? I'm going to read. So, to the Middlesex Chamber, I cannot believe that this class is finished. It has gone by so fast. I would love to thank Jim Jackson for taking the time out of his life to facilitate this class. He has been our rock and an awesome guide throughout this journey. I would also like to thank Jennifer DeKine for every part she played in this journey as well. but I would like to give a special thanks to Edna for putting this time and effort into making this an exciting opportunity for all of my classmates and I in our business endeavors. This class has taught me so much about myself. As a mother of 5 beautiful children ranging from age 3.5 to 15 years old, it's true. Yeah, I'm crazy. And I couldn't have done this without the help of my husband, which is Greg over there, and my family. My business is on the decorating side, but I just started it, so it started in my home. And while attending this class on Tuesday nights, I was also working as an operations manager and in school full-time going for my master's degree in business administration, which I'll be done with on March 26th. Words cannot express how happy I am. I also run a financial part-time firm and help people manage their finances. I have made many friends in this class, and through our weekly classes, I have learned how to research and use resources that are available to me to help me get my business going. My wreath was also displayed at Liberty Bank, which was an awesome opportunity. And deciding to actually take advantage of this program has been the best decision I have ever made for myself. It's because of Side Street to Main Street that I can move forward in confidence in myself and in my business, and that I have help out there. I'm looking forward to meeting with Jim Jackson for my next 3 follow-up appointments. And to all of my class 21 graduates, good luck with all of your business endeavors, and I wish you all the success life will give you because you all deserve it.
Now, while some of you may have noticed that we kind of walked backwards in the alphabet, there's a few people in the graduate list that are saying, wait a minute, he skipped my name. Well, there's a reason for that. One of the things that we do in the program every week is we ask the class to rate each other. So everybody gives everybody a score, including themselves, and including me, for that matter, because it's no fair to have them rate each other if they don't tell me what I'm doing well or not. And so, as a result of that, the class has recognized a number of people as having achieved a little bit more and gone a little bit further. So for a couple of these graduates, we have a certificate of excellence. And the first one goes to Quenisha Williams.
Hi, I'm Quenisha Williams. I am very appreciative to have been given the opportunity to be part of the 21st class of the Side Street to Main Street Business and Leadership Development Program. I would like to thank Edna for funding this great program. I have learned a lot from Jim and Jennifer as well as my fellow classmates. Jim, you are one of a kind. If we didn't have any answers to any questions, you always made sure that you got it for us and made sure that we got it done. These 16 weeks of classes have been exciting and knowledgeable for me. I started this class with the intention of owning my own business, and getting my storefront is in the horizons. With the materials given to me to start my business off the correct way, I am in the beginning stages of putting my business plan together, and with the help of Jim and Jennifer, I know I will be successful. I also like to thank my support system, my parents, my sister, my boyfriend, and my 3 handsome sons. Stand up, boys. As I had the opportunity to do this program, I started continuing my college courses for my business administration. Was nervous because I didn't want to fail. My sons told me that I can do it, and as a single mom, that meant a lot to me because I knew they had my backs like I have theirs. Tuesdays was one of my busiest days. Between work, school, homework, Side Street, I managed to work and use my time management skills learned in this program to get it done. My fellow classmates, we did it! I am so to have been in this program with y'all. We have a bond forever. Thank you so much for the advice, the constructive criticism, the experience, the laughter, and the love. We all have a variety of businesses, and we all know that we can always lean on each other, which is awesome. We started with 14 and we finished with 11. I wish you all much success in your businesses. Again, I would like to thank Edna, Jim, and Jennifer for the wonderful experience. I will never forget it. Thank you.
Our next certificate of excellence goes to Tawanda Way. All right.
Good evening, everyone. Good evening. I just want to say thank you to Aetna for sponsoring the program. Thank you to everyone that was in the class. It was an awesome time. We had plenty of days where we had laughter, arguments, but we really enjoyed it. I want to thank my family for putting up with me on Tuesday nights, and for my husband making sure the kids got to bed and I didn't have to be stressed when I got home, so thank you. And thank you to Jim and Jennifer. Jennifer, thank you so much for the emails. And every time I asked a question, she will respond and say, I said it in the previous email. So again, thank you guys, and it was greatly appreciated.
We have another certificate of excellence for Ryan Chanman.
Well, before I read this, I don't think it does enough justice, honestly, to tell how much I gained from this class, and how great it was being amongst the dynamic group of people that were in the class and went through it with me. It was not easy. There was a lot of homework. There was a lot of information to take in. But I can't say enough about how much it's helped me to understand different aspects of business, and how much it's really benefited, I think, all of us to just grow as individuals and be able to know what it is that we're in for when forming a business and being prepared for that. So I'm just going to read something here that I have written up. In life, we sometimes encounter individuals who make an impression so strong that we're inspired to be better people. In this case, those individuals include Jim Jackson and those who contributed to empowering their community by offering the Side Street to Main Street Business and Leadership Development Program to the public. This program provides everything an aspiring entrepreneur could possibly need to be prepared for the journey of business ownership. Side Street to Main Street puts you in a position that requires you to take accountability for success, just as any business owner would have to. It outlined all the areas of business that are necessary to consider when operating and launching a new company. I didn't only learn the logistics of business, but also how to affirm my goals, analyze potential pitfalls, and think outside the box. One of the most important lessons the program confirmed was that no matter how good a vision or business plan is, it's only as good as the person putting the plan into action. We are the pioneers who must drive our entrepreneurial vehicles to the destination we envision. Side Street to Main Street created an environment where I could step out of my comfort zone and grow amongst my peers to become the person that I need to be in order to run a successful business. This program equipped me with an abundance of tools, resources, and support necessary for me to develop into an entrepreneurial leader. And for that, I am very grateful. And I want to thank you so very much to all who contributed toward making the Side Street to Main Street Business and Leadership Development Program, Class of 21, possible. And I want to thank Jim, thank you again, and Faith Jackson, and Robert, Rick, Larry. I want to thank all of you guys for the support and for making this possible. I think that you don't realize how much it has impacted every individual's life and how much it's going to help us propel to the next level. So thank you.
Now, for those of you who've been keeping track, we busted the alphabet again. So there was one graduate who was recognized as being above everybody else in terms of the total recognition and score. For that, we have a certificate of highest achievement to meditate.
I didn't do anything.
You're doing it now.
Alrighty.
Speech time. Okay, so for me it was a little bit different. My dad owns a small window tinting company, and I moved back after graduating from college with a degree in accounting and business management. I moved back from Florida to Connecticut in hopes to help him grow that business. And I knew right away that I didn't know everything. So I set out to figure out and learn what I needed to do. I know I needed to start off with a business plan. So I went to the SBA, Small Business Administration website, and they have like a template for a business plan. So I started there. And I quickly learned that there's a lot that I didn't know. And after trying, I had other mentors, you know, I went to different programs, a SCORE program, and I was really looking for someone to help me fill in the gaps. And I reached out to Jennifer for something, and she said, oh, you should join the Side Street program. And I thought, I just graduated. I don't want any more homework. I don't want to deal with, I don't want to see another textbook another day of my life. And then I asked, of course, I was like, is it free? What, do I have to pay? And she was like, and I know Jennifer because I worked for the chamber back in 2012, and I also know Larry. And I thought, all right, I'll give it a try. And being selected, I was really honored. It's a free program. It's going to give me all the information that I was hoping that I needed for this process. And I got more than what I bargained for. I came into class, I was like, look, Jim, I just want to finish a business plan. Like, forget the homework, I just want to finish. And have the one thing that I was missing in this process was having someone physically there that you can go to, having a classmate that you can get their perspective on. And Jim really keeps me grounded. I always want to be 20 steps ahead of where I am. And with the business writing process, I learned that you just have to start where you are, and it can be slow. But meeting with Jim in and outside of class really helped. So I really want to thank everyone that sat through this class with me. I am excited for all your business ventures, for your growth, and I've learned so much from you guys. And honestly, I am proud of you all. I don't know how you do it with your life outside of the classroom and 5 kids and this and that. You guys make me want to work harder because you make the impossible possible, so I'm really proud of you all. Thank you, Jennifer. Thank you, Jim, and thank you, Etna, and everyone here on the council. I want to shout out my little brother and my stepmom. They're from Ethiopia, and they came here for me. So, and my dad, the tinker.
Now, our last certificate is a certificate of appreciation for Etna. And unfortunately, as Larry mentioned, they weren't able to be here tonight, and I know that they were upset and unhappy about that, but I'll read it. It says, on behalf of all 259 graduates spanning 21 extraordinary years, the Middlesex County Chamber of Commerce and the Essex Group express heartfelt appreciation for Aetna's unprecedented support for the Side Street to Main Street Business Planning and Leadership Development Program, presented March 20th, 2018. And we will see that they get this certificate. And to all our guests, absolutely thank you for coming to help us celebrate the hard work of our graduates. As I said earlier, this is a major milestone in Class 21's efforts because it's the end of the weekly class series, which is so loaded with homework and so forth that you heard a lot of people sort of complain about very politely. But it's not over. There are 3 more follow-up classes to take place, one of them tonight, which will take place after the buffet. And so it's kind of like the old TV infomercials where it's not over, but wait, there's more. Yeah, so we will have full meetings again in June and September, which then round out a full calendar year of the program. So tonight we're going to have a short adjournment for a oh, yes. I have neglected our poor alumni. We have been visited by a number of people who've graduated and have come back. We had to frisk them for rotten tomatoes coming in the door. But let's have our alumni stand up and just get some recognition for all they've done. We have successful business people of all stripes, and we've got, there's Erica back there, and Ola back there, and
Dentist.
yeah, yeah.
Now,
So they still come back to help celebrate what's going on. So in a moment we'll adjourn for the buffet dinner, which is about ready, and if we can kind of do it like wedding style, where we'll take the front row, get down, get theirs, the next row, the next row, the next row. That'll help because we're a little bit crowded. And I do want to get the graduates fed because we're going to start putting them to work shortly after they're done. So I want them to get in the line as well. So please join me in a great round of applause for the accomplishment of our graduates.
Something for you on behalf of the class, some kind words for you.
Oh, thank you very much.
They normally are. This is the first time they've ever been here.
It is.
Yeah. It's normally a weekend. Chris has always been here.
And a bit? No bit.
Don't ask me how showed up. What do you want? He didn't sing no for us, so we just said it. I know we do, but he didn't. We follow. Listen, we follow the lead. You know. Oh, cute. How are you? Judy, up there, you are just so cute. Aren't you handsome? How old? How old?
4.
4.
English.
Ah.
He doesn't really speak English.
Oh no. Wonderful.
He's learning.
Yeah, but let him keep his native language, please.
How they write is amazing. I don't see ancient.
Oh, you do a group picture?
Yeah, but that's gonna let them.
We normally do a
Let's
group
take a picture.
She's supposed to be one of her, you, Larry, and Bob.
Okay. We can can do that.
Did you work,
I work at City Hall, and I'm also, I've gone full circle. Also now I'm president again of Middlesex County NAACP. So I've gone full circle. The circle is completed.
Okay, wanna grab a quick photo?
Okay.
The gym, the fake.
Okay.
Yeah, you get the official photo here. Where's your thing?
oh, right here.
Let's go on the other side. Okay.
Yeah, you gotta split it up. She's in the middle.
All right, we all set?
Yeah, turn sideways.
Get the Jackson twins next to the graduate.
I know.
That's what's here be telling me I don't know what
Congratulations again.
Thank you so much.
Yes, yes.
I don't get blinded by that camera. That's good.
I know.
Usually you get.
We need some window tinting on your eyes.
Exactly.
I like the idea. I thought I knew everything, but guess what? I know nothing.
So true.
That was great. Yeah.
Every day when I go to gym, he humbles me.
Yeah. Yeah. That's why I said I'm just surprised. You know, I'm like, right, Jim? I was like, just pinch me. I'm like,
Fine line.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you know, I
we're gonna do a quarter century, but I mean, it's just. The Edna would. Yeah, would.
I'm hoping to come back and
This is, I think it's something like approaching 50% longer than their next longest program.
Oh, really?
Chris said last year.
So we're right next to their longest program?
We are the longest.
Oh, we are the longest.
And much credibility. We're about 50% longer than the other.
One behind us, yeah.
That's really something.
What'd I do? And we're probably the only chamber achieve. Take care, feel better, okay? Go home and get some rest. Thank you so much.
Do I get a gold star for staying?
Yes, you do. As a matter of fact, you get 3.
So, yeah, go ahead and wander up and get something to eat here.
All right, I'll get a little snacky. Yeah, well, then I want to worry about.
Yeah, I made the cupcakes.
Okay. Okay.
You gotta have one of those.
I'll take it home.
Oh, I got some in the bag that's already packaged.
Oh, then that's even better.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, she's got it going on. Okay.
He's so cute.
That's what I do too.
I'm ready.
That's right.
Good, good.
Justine, where you going?
Oh, okay.
I like that. Well, send them on my phone. Which is the better place? Key card. Well, the picture.
Oh, you did? I don't know. It's just slow. Come, Karen. Come in.
Everybody have a nice speech.
Thank you. Just one picture. Were eyes open? Our eyes were open.
You guys were good.
Could you get Sean in?
Yes, you guys are good.
I just